I'm Shan, and welcome to Just Breathe. Thank you for joining me today. We've got a beautiful yoga practice on gratitude. So grab your blocks, grab your mats, grab blankets and cushions, whatever you may need, and join me for this beautiful practice on how to invite more gratitude into your life through our yoga practice. Beginning to come onto your mats, like I say, grabbing a block. I always use a block to find underneath my sit bones, just to bring my knees a little lower and my spine a little taller. I find this much more of a comfortable position for me. If you haven't got a yoga block at home to hand, you can always use a cushion or a blanket. So coming into a comfortable seated position, I'm in Sukhasana, or our pose of ease, or easy pose here in this cross-legged position. You just find at this stage a position that feels comfortable for you. So coming into that comfortable seated position, just take a moment to settle in, arrive on your mat, arrive with me in this session, in this class together. And we always begin with a chant of Om, the sound of the universe, bringing the hands into prayer position, Anjali Mudra, closing the eyes down, or at least softening the gaze. Allowing the spine to become nice and tall whilst keeping the shoulders relaxed. And we're ready to take the chant of Om. A-U-M. Take a deep breath in to prepare. Keeping those eyes closed, relax the hands down into the lap wherever they come comfortably. And beginning our practice with a personal check-in. This is so important to start your practice noticing where you are, how you're feeling. We break this practice, this personal check-in, down into 3 parts. So the physical body, the breath and the mind. I want you to begin with the eyes closed, or at least the gaze softened, to return that attention and awareness inwards. So bring all of the attention and awareness to your physical body. As you sit here on the mats, maybe for the first time today, maybe the first time since you last practiced, just notice how you're feeling in your physical body today. And let's really kick off this feeling of gratitude straight away. So notice how you're feeling. Try not to judge yourself or judge your body in any way, but just bringing the awareness to aches and pains, niggles, tension, tightness, all the sensations of the body. I want you to have the courage and the self-love to feel some gratitude for your physical being and your physical body, wherever it is, however it looks, however it feels. Be grateful that it's got you to this point. Be grateful that you can at least be here on the mat, present in your physical body. Whatever form or shape it takes. We are very quick to berate our bodies for not doing things that we want them to do. And very rarely do we congratulate it on how far our beautiful bodies have already carried us. So let's just take a moment and find some gratitude for the beautiful physical body and the physical form that you embody. And then moving to the breath. So moving on to the breath, noticing how you breathe, how it feels to breathe. And again, maybe for the first time in a while, just noticing the coming and the going of the breath, allowing it to anchor you back into the present moment. And then taking that a little bit further today, and beginning to feel grateful for our breath. In yoga we call it prana, the life force. And it is our breath that we so desperately need to keep us going through our lives. Again, something we can very much take for granted. So let's start having those feelings of gratitude and loving kindness towards our breath. We can go without food for a period of time. We can go without water for a period of time. We can't go without our breath. So just thanking and feeling some gratefulness and some gratitude for our own natural breathing. take the attention and awareness to the mind. So notice the chitter-chatter, notice the to-do list, notice how you're feeling today in your mind and your emotions. And then again, after that acknowledgement, using that acknowledgement to be grateful for our minds, for our beautiful minds that again have got us to this point. Maybe sometimes we can get frustrated with the chitter-chatter, we can get frustrated with the patterns that our mind take on and our subconscious take on. Remembering our mind is there for the function of every cell in the body, the blood flowing, the breath coming in and out. So thanking the mind for being the epicenter of that instruction manual, that little computer up there, keeping us going. And then leaving behind our personal check-in, ready to begin our Hatha Yoga section. So let's start by taking some nice, deep cleansing breaths. So I invite you just to keep the eyes closed while we do this. And you take a nice big inhale, and then on the exhale, sigh the breath out. So really get rid of any stale air built up in the diaphragm. Release anything weighing on those shoulders. Here we go. Take a deep breath in. And sigh the breath out. Lovely. Inhale. Sigh it out. One more time. Inhale. Fantastic. Keep the eyes closed for now. Bring the palms together. Rubbing the hands really, really quickly. Creating some friction, some heat, some warmth between the palms of the hands. Keeping the eyes closed. Just invite you to place the hands over the closed eyes. Take a moment to notice the warmth, any tingling sensations. And then gently start to blink the eyes open within the closed palms. Noticing a bit of light coming back in. Separate the fingers and slowly start to take the hands away from the face, bringing us back into the room. Lovely. Bringing our hands into the heart center. Let's begin with 3 beautiful prayer breaths. We're going to take an inhale, reach the arm all the way up to the sky, look to the hands, draw them back through the heart center. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, draw them back through the heart. And again, inhale as we reach them, take a look up if you want, a big stretch, and then exhale, bring them back down to our center. Taking the left hand over to the side of the body, let's reach the right arm up and over into a nice side body stretch. Up to you, maybe you want to look towards the ceiling or the sky today, or maybe it's better for your neck to look down towards the ground. Trying to keep those sit bones onto the ground, keeping our bottoms onto the ground, or onto our blocks, so that we can really just feel that extension through the side body. Lovely. Let's take it over to the other side. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up and over. Reach the arm away. Up to you how deep you want to go. Onto the elbow or the hand. Maybe you want to come a little bit further down. Maybe you're quite happy here at high. Up to you, but just reach the arm up and over. Hopefully feeling some lengthening down the side of the body, pressing that left buttock down into the earth. Lovely. Let's dance the arms from side to side. So continuing in that movement, but making it more of a flow now. As we bring a bit more energy and flow into the body. As we dance the arms from side to side. Lovely. Here we go. Take one more over to each side. And then gently coming back to a seated position. Taking a nice gentle side stretch now. We inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, turn to the left, releasing the right hand to left knee, left hand behind, gentle side twist. And release back to center. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, over to the right. Drop the left hand down, right hand back. Keep the abdomen soft, looking back over that right shoulder. And return to center. From here we're going to start to come over onto all fours. So if you're on a block or a blanket, just remove that out of the way. Swing those legs round, ready to just take a few cat-cows here. These cat-cows, I want you to not worry too much about the form and more about the gratitude. So we start by tucking the tailbone under, rounding the shoulders, taking the chin to the chest, releasing the tailbone, releasing the belly, and lifting the head in this tabletop position. Now really take the focus to how it feels to find some gratitude for this pose. So what feels good? Why does it feel good? Is there something physical going on here? Is there something more emotive, something more emotional? Why does it feel good? Why are you grateful to move in this way currently? Taking a few more and just working on these feelings of gratitude for every movement that your body makes, that your spine makes. Gently coming back to center and making your way into a downward facing dog. So take the hands a little further forward. We tuck our toes under. We send our bottoms back and high, keeping the knees bent and beginning to just pedal out through the feet for now. Taking our time to just again feel the gratitude, feel the thankfulness, feel the gratefulness for our beautiful bodies that are allowing us to come into this quite strong position. Press those hands away. Allow the shoulders to reach away from the ears. Keep the head and neck relaxed. Walking the feet out. If you want to, you can begin to come into a still position. Just holding here maybe for a couple of breaths. And then looking to the front of the mat. Up to you how you get there. Maybe you walk hands back to feet or feet back to hands. I'm just going to take a nice big jump through and forward today and come into a deep forward fold. So remember that deep forward fold here is to draw down through the feet, draw up through the backs of the legs and the hips, but trying to work on that feeling of the chest coming to the thighs and hinging from the hips. So trying to not round the back, trying to keep a little bit of a contraction in the abdomen. Maybe again you want to walk the legs out a little bit here. And then keeping the chin tucked under, keeping the arms and the head heavy, we'll begin to roll up through the spine nice and slowly, rounding the back as we roll all the way up to standing. Fantastic. Coming to the very front of our mats, we're going to go into a series of sun salutations, including our prayer breath and some lunges to ground us into gratitude. So come to the front of your mat, feet hip width apart or feet together, whatever's in your practice. Just take a moment to rest those hands in at the heart center. Stand up nice and tall in Tadasana, tuck the tailbone under, engage the abdomen, soften the knees. Really make that connection between the thumbs and the sternum, between the heart center. Relax the shoulders. Allow the head to stand up nice and tall. Here we go. Inhale, drop and reach the arms all the way to the sky. Exhale, the hands back into the heart center. Inhale, reach and rise the arms. Exhale, back to the heart center. One more time, we inhale, reaching the arms, and we turn the palms, tuck the chin, and swan dive down into our forward fold. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Maybe the fingertips are to the earth, or maybe they're up onto the thighs to see what feels better, but trying to keep a nice long extension in the spine, including the neck, keeping the knees slightly soft. and release all the way down, taking the feet either side, hands either side of the feet, sorry, and take a big step back with the right leg, a big step back with the left leg, plank position. Plank position here, make sure you're stacking all of the wrists, shoulders and elbows, keeping the abdomen nice and strong, and again the neck long, so looking down just in front of the hands. And take a nice big deep breath here. And then up to you how you come down. Maybe you drop the knees down, maybe you squeeze the elbows in and rotate the body weight all the way down. Bring the forward head down, the belly down, the chest down, hands at the side of the body. Engage the abdomen, engage the muscles of the upper back, and we're coming to a baby cobra. So inhale, lift the head and the heart. Exhale, release. Inhale again, rise through the head, through the heart. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Tuck the toes under, send that body weight up and back onto all fours, and then back into a downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, we're coming into our first lunge, so you can lift that right leg high if you wish, and swing it through into a low lunge position, either tucking the back toes under, or if you wish to, maybe you want to flatten through the back of the foot. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Bring the hands back through the heart center. Fantastic. We're going to do that 3 more times. So looking up, just sink down into the pelvis. Make sure you've got this right angle with the knee. Ground down through the front foot and the balls of the back toes. And then inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands back to the heart center. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, draw them down. And again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, draw it down. Fantastic. Resting those thumbs in at the heart center. Again, just releasing into this lunge for a moment. As once again, we take our minds to a feeling of gratitude. What feels good in this position? What are we grateful for our bodies in this position? Keeping the heart open, keeping the feet grounded. Keeping the hands in at the heart center if you can, as we're going to come into a higher lunge position. So toes stay where they are, tuck the toes under if they're not already. Press away and begin to straighten through the back leg. So onto the ball of the feet of the back leg, keeping an eye on this front knee. And once again, we're going to reach those arms out and up into our prayer breath. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, draw them to our heart center. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, draw them back through that midline. Inhale. Exhale. Fantastic. Turning onto the outside of the back foot, so turning that back foot out to bring us into a warrior one position. So begin to just gently turn the hips and the body to face that front right foot. And once again, we're going to take these prayer breaths, but we're going to go the other way. We're going to inhale and reach the arms up. And as we exhale, draw the elbows back, open the arms up, opening the heart center. Inhale. Exhale, open it wide, draw the shoulders down, open the heart. And again, inhale. Exhale. Fantastic. Hands come back into the heart center, turn back onto the ball of that back foot. And if you can, taking a nice big step to the front of the mat, so ground down through that front foot. Hey, there we go. Lovely. Let's do the other side. So come to the front of the mat, adjust if you need to. You need to wiggle a little bit further forward. Hands once again at the heart center as we repeat all of those movements on the left hand side. Here we go. Inhale, reach and rise the arms. Exhale, draw them back through the heart center. Inhale, nice big purposeful breaths. Exhale, draw them again. Inhale, reach and rise this time. Turn those palms, tuck that chin and swan dive into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release as far down as you can. Bend the knees as much as you need to take those hands either side of the feet. Then take a big step back with the left leg this time. big step back with the right leg, plank position. Adjust to make sure you're supporting all of those joints. Be careful the bottom's not too far up, not too low down, somewhere in between. Let's take a deep breath. And exhale. Up to you how you come down, but maybe you want to squeeze the elbows in. Maybe this time you feel like dropping the knees. If you do, then you can untuck the toes, squeeze the elbows in, take the chest down, release the belly and the forehead to the earth. Ready for 3 baby cobras. Inhale, the head and the heart. Exhale, release. Shine that heart forward as we inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, one more time, head up. Exhale, release. Tuck those toes under, again onto all fours. Send the tailbone up and back into our downward facing dog. Press away with the hands, press away with the hips. Ready for our kneeling lunge on the other side. Swing the left round high and swing it through. Dropping the back knee down, staying on the ball of the feet or releasing the back toes. Take a moment here just to rest, just to open through the ground and the groin here. Let's inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, draw them into the heart center. Once again, just take a moment just to come into this position. Rest those hands in at the heart center. Allow all this space to open here in the groin. Feel some stability and some balance. And what are we grateful for in this position, in this moment? Maybe you're grateful just for your yoga mat. Maybe you are grateful for taking the time for yourself to do this video. Here we go, 3 nice deep prayer breaths. As we inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, draw them back to your heart center. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Fantastic. From here we begin to bring ourselves up into that higher lunge. So really press into the ball of the back foot, straightening that leg out as much as you possibly can and coming up into our higher lunge position. Ground down through that front foot. And again, we're ready here to take our 3 prayer breaths. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, draw them down. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, draw it back through the heart center. Wonderful. This time again, we're going to go back the other way. So we're going to inhale, the arms up to the sky. Exhale, open them out as we open the chest, squeeze the elbows. Good, inhale. Exhale, open the heart, chest open. Exhale, good. Inhale, last one. Exhale, draw it down. Beautiful. Hands come into the heart center. We drop that back foot down to come into our warrior one. So the body wants to open this direction in our warrior one. We gently just want to rotate the hips to bring us into our fuller posture. Don't worry if you don't turn all the way around. Just try not to let that knee knock out. Try and keep that traction here with the knee over the ankle joint. Hands at the heart center. Ready again, we'll do our prayer breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, this time open the arms out, squeeze the shoulder blades. And again. And exhale. One more time. Exhale. Wonderful. Hands come back to that heart center. Turn on the back foot. Nice big step back to the front of the mat. Hands in at the heart center. Feet hip width apart. Tuck the tailbone under. And just take a moment to connect the thumbs back in at the sternum. And notice how you're feeling. Hopefully some movement, some energy here started to make you feel a little freer. Maybe you want to close the eyes down for a moment. Once again, what is it in this moment, in this posture, that you are grateful for? very easy in our times of happiness, in times of good fortune, to find things to be grateful for. It's much more difficult in times of disdain, in times of difficulty, to find those things to be grateful for. So it's a practice we want to cultivate on a daily basis, so that no matter what, we are grateful and accepting of our lives as they are. This doesn't mean we can't move forward, this doesn't mean we can't have goals and intentions. It just stops us from wanting all of the time. It allows us to be grateful for what it is that we have. When you're ready, you can gently blink the eyes open. We're going to bring ourselves down onto the mat now into a child's pose. So come down however is comfortable for you, coming down onto a kneeling position. This is our classic balasana, our classic child's pose. If you can, sitting back onto the heels, knees together. We're going to take our hands forward to start with as we begin to bring the head down towards the earth. Release onto the forearms, take the forehead to the earth. If it doesn't reach, this is where you can use a block or a cushion underneath the forehead. Sometimes it's quite nice, quite comfortable in that way. So release through the shoulders, release through the forearms for a moment. And just stretch the arms out straight in front of us, just to get some length in the spine. And then I want you to circle the arms round and back, and then release the backs of the hands behind, allowing the shoulders to round and fully mounting into the posture. Connecting the third eye, connecting our centre here, our spiritual centre, with the earth, with our mats. Feeling safe but vulnerable in our balasana, our child's pose. Feeling rooted, feeling grounded. Allowing the breath to become nice and heavy in the abdomen. Circling those arms out and round once again towards the front of the mat. Have one more stretch. Spider those fingers forward. And then begin to walk the hands back in. One at a time as we tuck the chin under and roll up to a seated position. So coming back into any comfortable seated position, I'm going to do a short meditation on the mantra, I am. So I'm going to do some separate videos on mantra, but just for this one, mantra, the word man meaning mind and tra meaning to change or free, is a way of meditation and focusing our minds. And our mantra today is I am. So coming into that comfortable seated position once again, maybe taking a block or a cushion, the legs can be out in front. It's entirely up to you at this stage here. But sitting tall through the spine, relaxing the shoulders. And just stopping once again to notice the breath for a moment before we begin. In a moment, in our minds or out loud, it's up to you, we're going to repeat the mantra, I am, 3 times. So we're going to inhale I, exhale am. Here we go, take a deep breath in to prepare. A long, slow breath out. And here we go. Inhale I, exhale am. Inhale I, exhale am. Inhale I, exhale am. If you can, and you trust me and you trust the video, keep keep the eyes closed. Begin to make your way down into any comfortable lying position. So just sticking with those closed eyes so you can see how it feels to move into positions with the eyes closed, trusting yourself, trusting me, trusting the video. And coming down into any comfortable lying position, ready for Shavasana. Our corpse pose here, if you wish to lie in the full posture, let those legs come about hip width apart and the feet flop out to the sides. The arms are at the sides of the body and the palms face up. Maybe you just want to lift the chin, tuck it under and roll back down through the spine. Whatever position you've come to, just know these next few minutes are for you to feel safe, secure, supported, to nurture yourself and allow your practice to become absorbed into the body. So it is here once again we come back to gratitude. And I want you to focus down into the heart center and imagine green emerald light admitting itself from the heart center, residing here, filling the chest, filling the whole of the chest. And then bringing into your mind a time in your life, an event, a lesson, maybe a gift, maybe something somebody's done for you that you are grateful for. This may have been a difficult lesson to learn, or this may be something really beautiful and exciting that you're really grateful for. But just bringing into your heart center, taking it down out of the thoughts of the mind and taking that feeling of that gratitude into the heart. So how is it to feel gratitude for this situation, for this event? The gratitude in the heart center begin to expand out. Notice how the whole body feels when you feel grateful. Do you feel light? Do you feel fluffy? Do you feel feelings of joy? Feelings of gratitude to grow within the heart center, getting used to how it feels to feel grateful. And then bringing into your mind something that you're grateful for right now, something in this present moment. When you've got a hold of what it is, hold it in the heart center and repeat to yourself, I am grateful for 3 times. Gently begin to start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Move the head from side to side, or maybe you wish to stay in this position of Shavasana for a little longer. If you are beginning to awaken the body, stretch and move in any way, take your time to roll onto your favourite side. Keeping the eyes closed if you can at this point, just while you take one more moment to feel the gratitude again for yourself. So for taking the time to nurture your mind, your body and your breath. For taking your time to get yourself onto your yoga mat and do something for yourself. And then slowly beginning to bring yourself back up to any comfortable seated position. Bringing the hands into the heart center, we bow to each other. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. May the light and love and peace within me recognize the light and love and peace within you. Thank you so much once again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video today. And if you want to, like or subscribe or share or leave me some feedback in a comment and I'll get back